hamlet of Ota, settled within the embrace of Ogun State, lies a community with a tale to tell. This is the story of Odo Kabiru and its locally maintained bridge, gradually serving as a cultural heritage and a symbol of pride, unity, and strength among the people of Odo Kabiru community. Since inception, the community has been without means of transportation, moving of goods and people to the town and neighboring community was a very difficult situation, leaving the residents to walk or drive for long hours coupled with bad road before getting into the next village or accessing the towns. In the quest to make life easier for our residents came this new development in 2014 by a private company to construct a wooden bridge for easy exits and entry transporters and pedestrians over the river that stands as a link between Lagos State and Ogun State for Ido-Ota environment.
Orúkọ tèmi ni Ọlámilékan Ọlálẹ́yẹ, aka Ujiri. Tí wọ́n ti wà lágbè tábà ní ká máa ka ilẹ̀ títa sí, torí àwa ni Ọlọ́run jogún àdúgbò yìí fún àtàṣe àti gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ́lọ́run lè lọ́wọ́. Orúkọ àdúgbò yìí gangan Ìdọ̀tà tuntun ló ń jẹ́. Bọ̀tí láyé ìgbà kan nígbà tó sì di pé kò tí ì sí ọ̀nà rẹpẹtẹ báyìí térò tí pọ̀ báyìí, wọ́n máa ń pe bíbá ní Odò Kàbírù. Torí nígbà yẹn onítòkùnbọ̀ ní Kàbírù, so wọ́n máa ń kó tòkùnbọ̀ sí bíbá yìí. So láti bíbá yìí wọ́n máa kó lọ sí sọ́dá. Pákó yìí ò tí ì rí báyìí. Wọ́n ṣe ní pákó tó jẹ́ pé ẹsẹ̀ kan bí ẹsẹ̀ kan bí. So mọ́tò máa gorí ẹ̀, wọ́n máa kó gba bíbá yìí, wọ́n máa kó lọ sí inú Èkó. Wọ́n tó lọ gbé lọ sí náà tó máa gbé lọ, wọ́n máa lọ káàkiri. Ṣùgbọ́n a dúpẹ́ f'Ọlọ́run lẹ́nìyàn, Ọlọ́run ti wá ń bá wa jẹ́ ká dùn wá kó tún máa develop. Ó ti ń develop rẹpẹtẹ ń sìn. So pákó ilé tó wà ń bẹ̀ ń sìn. Nígbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ pákó ìfẹ́ wáyé egun tó pọ̀ ni. Kọ́lọ̀ fọ̀rúkẹ́ baálẹ̀ wa, ó ti di olóògbé ń sìn. Ọ̀rọ̀ tó pọ̀ lórí pákó yìí kì í ṣe kékeré. Ṣùgbọ́n a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run lẹ́nu pé Ọlọ́run ti wá bá a yọrí ẹ̀ sí dáadáa. So àwọn èèyàn ti ń lọ, wọ́n ti ń bọ̀.
It was built by a private company that has become a money-making venture for the company. Fares are collected from the residents and visitors at each passage, same for vehicles and pedestrians through the company recruits staff in collecting the fares on their behalf and remitting to them. The fares are of different rates. For the residents, 30 naira is collected at each passage to and fro. Same applies to visitors who have to pay 50 naira and vehicles 200 naira for each passing day. What a burden for a vehicle that ply through bridge 20 times a day must pay for the bridge.
Nígbà tí pákó yìí máa wáyé, Ọlọ́run tún fọ̀rúkẹ́ olórí ẹbí wa àná náà. Torí nígbà tí pákó yìí máa wáyé, olórí ẹbí wa pẹ̀lú bàbá ẹnjìníà bàbá yẹn náà ti kú náà sí. Àwọn ló mọ bí wọ́n ṣe gbé ẹni tó ṣe pákó yìí, wọ́n ṣe gbé débí. Nígbà tó débí, ó di àárín kan wàhálà ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin community àtàwọn tó ní pákó tó ń ṣe pákó. So ó di nǹkan tó fà lọ sí governor office. So wọ́n sábà wọn yanjú ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Nígbà kan tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọn ni pé wọ́n bá wọn di owó tó ń gbà lórí ẹ̀, wọ́n bá wọn dì. So wọ́n dẹ̀ manage bá ṣe manage báyìí. Ìjọba àríjọba wa bá a ṣe nǹkan àtòrí àtẹ̀tí try. Wọ́n ti kọ̀wé pé wọ́n tẹ̀ wá bá wa ṣe ní kọ̀ọ̀kiri tó yé wà lórí pákó báyìí. Irú ẹ̀ náà ló pẹ̀lú bọ́dé sọ pé ó fàjà community àti àwọn tó ṣe pákó yìí báyìí àti ẹbí nítorí pé Ọlọ́run bá wa yanjú ẹ̀. Àdúgbò náà lè ṣe gbọ́ ariwo tó kéré ti lọ́lẹ̀ ẹ̀sìn everybody ti ń bọ̀.
Interviews with community members discussing their effort to change the narrative.
Orúkọ tèmi ni Mr. Ọlálékan tí wà ní àdúgbò tó jẹ́ níyàwó. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá yìí padà lọ́kadà. Ohun tí mo rí nípa ọ̀rọ̀ pákó láti ìgbà tí mo ti dé ìlà yìí, ó lẹ́rù ìgbà lórí pákó yìí, especially tí òjò bá rọ̀. Orí pákó yẹn máa flow lómi so that àti wọlé àti jáde máa dé. difficult for everybody, especially àwọn táwọn ṣe láti gbà tí mo ti dé sí àdúgbò yìí ìjọba kankan tí èèyàn jókòó pa kankan nígbà yìí àwa community àṣe gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé àjọ fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ àwa community so ìgbà tí òjò yẹn bá dá so a máa ń la àwọn gúta yẹn fúnra wa so that omi á lè máa ráyè ìjọba Ògùn state àti Lagos state wọ́n bá wa ṣe orí pákó yẹn because orí pákó yìí owó tí a ń san fún àwọn òṣèlú àti jáde àti wọlé wọ́n san owó.
tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ gbogbo ibi tí pákó wà yìí omi mú yàn dídàjì báyìí pákó yìí ló yọ wà ní nísìnyí ara ìlú kọ́tà tá à ń gbé ìgbé tí òjò bá kú torí òjò yẹn kí gbogbo ìbá má bàa fẹ́ dọ̀ kó ní má bàa àṣegbè ògùn kọ́tà tí à ń gbé fún àwọn ẹni mọ̀kọ́ jókòó ní mo dá olé mo tó mo ní nǹkan ní gbígbà ní ìdí máa lómi ìlẹ̀ lájúlẹ̀ kó mi ẹ̀ máa wá báyìí láfi fi sí nígbà kọ́tà ẹ̀kọ́ tó gbé ọjà
The Olori of the community calling on government of Ogun State to come to their rescue in respect to the bad road and the constant charges residents incur in using their bridge.
Malaji Said Ekundayo Ogunbayi, the current head of the Ota family of Ota. The Ota is the cradle of Ota, where Ota derives its name, Ido Ota. This is just one of the Ota land. The Ota compound is the way my great-grandfathers are the first settlers in Ota. So Ota derives its name from our family compound, Ido Ota. That is where Ota emanates from. Currently, I'm the head of Batayani of the Ota family. The Ota is comprised of two branches. That's the Oke Idota and the Odo Idota. This land belongs to the Odo Idota section of Idota. While at the other end, Afobaje belongs to the Oke Idota section of Ota. We also have Idota in Mokwe. Mokwe starts from probably the police station at Obasanjo, from there to down to Yano Yesi, then downward to the stream. When my family started developing this place by selling their lands to investors, to builders, to form the new, that is why this place is called Idota Tutu, to form the new Idota. And we discovered that at the end of our land there is a river. The river is binding Lagos and Ogun. Though it is Ilo River. Ota people will know what is called Ilo. Ilo started from toll gates. It's the same stream that binds Lagos and Ogun. So Ilo, we call Ilo Ifako, where we have the normal Odopako. We call Ilo Okon, where you have the Navy quarters, the Navy School of Music. Then it's still the Ilo that bounds Lagos and Ogun. So it is the river. You know, something has to demarcate states. There has to be a demarcation. It's more or less the demarcation between Ogun and Lagos. Concerning the Papo, when the community begins to grow, sometimes 2014 or thereabouts, we were looking for a solution to link that place to Lagos. And in the process, a company approached the family through the help of some of the residents. The company is called NSH. They came and they said they want to link Lagos, our land to Amikone. We want a link bridge. We know the financial implication of such a project, which the family and the residents and the community are not children. We appeal to government, and since the government they are not doing anything on that note, so the company decided to fund the project solely through I don't know how they source for the funding, they bring in the wooden bridge, which will be stronger enough probably for passage. And we thank God today, a lot of vehicles glide through that park into this community. And that park has its own contribution also to the community, because it really is movement of our people. Initially, people from Ayetutu will have to take a bike to Ojuore, then probably from Ojuore to Command. But now it's just to walk through the park, pay a token, then take a bike or a Korope to Command, which makes the transportation a lot easier. When they came into the community, part of their CSR, corporate social responsibility to the community, is a toll free for children. Maybe let's say children of school age and those who are learning skills, probably from 0 to 18. So they said they won't be charging those ones, which is still operational up to today. And other people in the community, if you are an adult, you are going out, you pay a party sum of 15 naira for your to and fro. If you are going and you are coming, because weight on the wooden bridge needs a lot of maintenance. For vehicle, I think it's 100 naira. That's specification, because since the benefit is for, but the truth is even that it's not even workable. How do you identify a stranger and the resident? We are talking of about almost 40 communities here in Idotaland. So how do you identify the resident? How do you differentiate the resident from the stranger? So I think it's more or less a flat rate. That where they only had 1 or 2 amount to the fee is when people are actually coming with a vehicle. Probably I think to some extent, they are able to identify vehicle of residents. People of other community, adjoining communities, who are coming on truckload, and that's they determine or they define how much they collect from these people. One of their directors called me probably 5 days ago, saying they want to grade the road that leads to that bridge. Since that they are saying that they are suspecting that maybe the roads are bad, erosion has damaged the road, and that's especially we Yorubas, we really need to change our mindset. Baba Awolowo and all those our forefathers, due to the fact that they gave us free education, free water, free, things were used to be free then. It's like we are more or less getting used to free things when we are supposed to also make our contribution to our community. As you can see, you see the road that leads to my house here. If government is not helping us, some of us too need to come on board as community members, make our contribution. As I speak to you, last Saturday, my community here, Golden Estate, they brought the CDA meeting into my compound, so that they inform people that I want to see every resident of my community. Because of what? People refuse to pay a patchy sum of 1,000 naira as security fee to the executive of the CDA, to the point that it is only few of us who are subsidizing, who are paying, and it will get to a point people will get tired. So we really need to encourage our people to participate in developmental projects of their various communities. It is the sole responsibility of that company to put whoever they want to put to collect their tolls on their behalf, since they are the investors here. One thing we enjoy here is they come back, give back to the community. Like what I just told you earlier, they want to grade our roads, they want to do some things. That That is part of their own CSR. And what CSR, so corporate social responsibility, would be more than allowing your own children who are probably going to school to work freely on their investments. So
Interviews with community members discussing their effort to change the narrative. The Olori of the community calling on government of Ogun State to come to their rescue in respect to the bad road and the constant charges residents incur in using their bridge.
on the plan, I think last month they did. They notified the community that they want to shut down for repair, and now it's planned. If there is no consistent repair, it would have been collapsed. It would have collapsed.
Is there any form of conflict? I noticed that we have two ends to the road. There's one end from that end, there's another end to this way. Is there any conflict among the two?
Before they constructed the plank, the wooden bridge, it was an agreement between our community and the community at the other end. So we held a meeting at a school very close to that bridge. It is called what do you call that school? Apex, First Apex School. So we had a meeting, representative of our community, and from the other end too. And there was a communique. We both agreed. And as I speak to you, the community are about to do another bridge. At a point, some members of the community were agreed. They said they could no longer be paying. We got the petition. They wrote some petitions, maligning my personality to the State House of Assembly. And when we got to the House of Assembly, when we were talking, what I said straight was, instead of you to tell government to come and put bridge, you were arguing concerning fee. I think it is the sole responsibility of the state government to fix that bridge, because we cannot shock Lagos government. They built bridge. They are the one who link the Nava Road. They link another one at Mopo Junction. Lagos consistently has built across that coastal line. They have built up to 5 bridges. Even the one leading to Obasanjo's estate there. So Lagos State has built about 5 bridges. It is only Ogun that is yet to build at least one. But instead of them to let us argue towards that direction, and if someone try to malign your personality, you got to defend yourself. So that was it. And it still boils down to what I said earlier, that our people are used to free things. Even those who have refused to put culvert at the entrance of their gate want somebody to put plank on water for them to walk freely. This is it.
So what can you say is the stand of government on this bridge? No, it is a benefit to the people. The government has its own part to play.
The stand of the government on that particular bridge is that government will come and fix the bridge when they have the financial capacity. But in the process, we discover that during campaigns, we bring politicians, we take politicians to the bridge to show them this is our project, this is what we want, so that we want people to be using it freely instead of at least making payment. If there's a normal concrete bridge there, if we want to be talking about maintenance, that will be subject to probably our meeting and our agreement. Because even if you put concrete bridge, it has to be maintained. Development for all, I said, should be the responsibility of all of us. I have lived in this house for 15 years, for 15 solid years, and no government agent or agency has approached me for taxation.